Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. All right, everybody, welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm Dr. Cush. We are back here today with a segment we are calling Cush and Paul Drink Rum. Yes. Yes, we are. It seems to us like we shot this. It seems like to you guys that we shot these 2 days in a row. Not true. We just finished the other one. We washed the glasses out, and now I changed the lights a little bit, and now we are here, and we are going to be tasting and reviewing another rum. Now, it seems like I have 2 rums out here. We have actually tasted and reviewed Appleton Estate before. This is their main line. This is sort of anywhere you go, you can get this Appleton Estate, this signature. This is the one we're tasting today, but I want to put it up against another Appleton, just so it's always nice to have a meter stick upon which to compare. This is a very old bottle of Appleton. Apparently, they stopped selling this rum in 2005. So, 2005 to me seems like yesterday. I was graduating college. I was on my way around the world for a while. This seems like just yesterday. That's 18 years ago. So we cannot find this Appleton special anymore. But Paul had a friend.
Through tragedy.
Paul's friend is no longer able to drink. So Paul's friend gave him this bottle. So where did he go? Right to me. And now we are going to drink this like some gentlemen. So obviously, Appleton Estate, a very well-respected, a very old Jamaican rum distillery. They've been around since the 1749, 1750, right around there. A very, very old rum that we have. Give me this glass. Okay. We're gonna pour this out. Should we start with the other one first, actually?
No, I think we should start.
We should start with this one and then compare it against. Right. Okay. All right. So we're going to start here with the Appleton Special, the Jamaican rum. Just tell you a little bit about it. Copper pot still. Copper pot still. A rich rum, distinctive flavors. It is a blend of another number of different rums. Let's go ahead and pour ourselves some of this. Very excited. Nothing better than tasting liquor that you will never ever taste again.
Now, do you know after 17 years, will the flavor change?
Well, obviously, I don't know if the flavor will change necessarily, but it will start to get more intense.
Okay.
Because evaporation. Okay. So it's something called the angel share. Right. The angel share is if you leave booze sitting out long enough, eventually the alcohol will start to evaporate. So you'll be left with more of the esters, the polyphenols, all that stuff. It's going to be left in the bottle. So it's going to be less alcoholic.
So this is probably less ABV right now than it was 17 years ago.
Probably 17 years probably isn't enough time for a lot of it to go. Usually we're talking 50 years, 60 years, we start to see a little bit of evaporation in bottles, So yeah, I don't think we're going to see much of a difference. It's not like wine. You let wine sit around, it's going to vinegar. This stuff is pretty well preserved. So,
all right, cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
Smell first.
Okay, first of all, it smells old. Yeah. It does smell old. So maybe I'm wrong. I'm getting a lot of that Hogo, some funk
Yep.
hanging in here. It's not a funk monster, but it certainly is a. It certainly got some.
It smells like another Jamaican rum.
Yes. It smells a little like Smith and Cross. Yeah, it smells like Smith and Cross for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, it does. It's 43%. Smith and Cross is 57%. So it will be a. I mean, clearly, we have Smith and Cross right here. Now, Smith and Cross, even right here, just smelling them against each other there, Paul. Smith and Cross is a little sweeter than this.
Much more sweeter.
Smith and Cross has, but it's certainly got that funk.
Yes. But it could be the age.
Could be the age, yeah.
All right.
Boy, it smells way more ethanol forward than normal, than like what I assume. Okay, we're going to open up this Appleton Estate here in a second.
Almost smells like when you go to a tire shop to get your tires changed. Right?
I love that.
You walk through, right?
Yeah, or like a shoe store.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a cheap shoe store where they use that cheap
rubber.
rubber. One of my favorite smells in the whole world is Payless shoe stores.
Yeah, right?
If I could find a way to make my whole life smell like Payless shoe stores,
Nice.
I would. I love it. I've also found one recently. My wife turned me onto it called DSW, Discount Shoe Warehouse.
Okay.
Same situation, cheap rubber everywhere. Love it.
All right.
Yeah, I look like a pervert
You
walking
just walk
around there.
around the
I'm just
aisles?
smelling everybody's
All right,
feet.
all right,
I
here
love
we
it.
go.
Okay,
All
so
right, taste.
I do smell a little bit of DSW in this.
Okay.
So cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, much fruitier than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
From that rubbery, that very Hogo,
Only a slight burn,
really small burn.
right?
We are, let's be fair, this is our third drink.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
third drink of the day in the last hour. So, yeah, way less burn though than I thought there would be. We're taking 2 sips, of course. The first one to let roll around our tongue. We call that the Montillo mastication. It's the Kentucky chew. Let that one roll until it disappears. Second one, a big one straight down the gullet, a nice deep breath out so that we can figure out the length and the aftertaste of this. Boy, this is something else. It's tastes very different than it smells.
Yes. I think with some ice, this would just be lovely, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think with a touch of ice, this would be a...
Chill it down just a little bit.
Yeah, maybe... I mean, there's a little heat to it.
Yeah.
It's pretty smooth, but there's a little heat to it. I think 43%. It brings that touch of that Jamaican sunshine.
Yep.
A little ice, I think, would have been pretty good, but it's not how we do it on the show, Paul. It's just not how we do it.
No, it's
So okay. Okay. How do we do it last time? Did we make the daiquiri with it now, or do we let's taste
Yeah, we
it?
tasted the other one.
Taste the other one. Okay. So this is a bottle that's I don't think you can avoid buying. You can't buy this one anymore,
Right.
and I think this one just like comes. If
Comes
you buy,
to your apartment?
Yeah, it just comes to your apartment. Like literally, there you are, and suddenly now you have a bottle of this. This stuff is very, very easy to find. This is Appleton Estate. This is the signature. It is their main line. When we talk about main lines, a lot of people come together. One person in particular, the distiller, but a lot of work comes together to be able to create this over and over and over again. In 5 years, this should taste the same. In 10 years, it should taste pretty similar. You know, obviously some conditions will change alcohol. There's no way to make it exactly the same all the time. When I was competing in that Fernet contest, the the belts. Where's the belt? Where it is? I was a Fernet champion. They had me taste Fernet from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and today. And although Fernet has basically been the same for forever, there are certainly differences. But the main Fernet always tastes the same. That's what a main line is it'll certainly change a little bit with conditions. Sometimes it's a super hot summer. You have a hard time getting enough different ages, but for the most part, this always tastes the same. So let's give ourselves a little tasteroo of this. we go.
You're gonna have to buy a new bottle.
I am. Well, the good news is about this thing. I think for this bottle, I think it's like $40.
Wow.
Not bad for a
bad.
175. Yeah, that's. I always like that. If I could, I would buy every bottle in 175s because it's always a little cheaper.
Look how much darker this is.
Well, okay. Well, cheers.
Right?
Now, you know, Paul, this one also smells old.
Yeah.
I think I bought this bottle like 3 months ago. There's more fruit in this one.
Yes.
You're smelling like more just like old, like a rotten fruit, like almost like
Right. But I'm not getting as much of a nose on this as the
no.
other one.
Yeah. This one, yeah, for sure. This one certainly tastes more alcoholic.
Yeah.
Like there's 3% more. This is 40%. This is 40%. This is 43%. Certainly 3% more is enough to give you some, but this tastes a lot or smells a lot smoother than the other one. Yeah, like pineapples all the way through this. Some funk, not a lot of funk. I'm catching like sweet rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, salud.
Ding. Much sweeter. Much sweeter. Paul, I gotta say,
Yeah.
me personally,
You like that better?
I know that I should like this one better, but I'm telling you,
I would say there's no contest. The
Yeah,
Jamaican,
okay, let's-
because it reminds me of a little bit of Smith and Cross.
Sure. Yeah. I feel like there is some lovely sweetness that I'm finding in this one that I am not finding in this one. This one to me,
Oh, see, this is complex.
yeah.
It's just delicious.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. Here we are, not agreeing.
Exactly.
I feel
yeah.
like that's what it should be.
Right.
This one smells very hot to me.
Okay.
It does smell like what I assume a hot Jamaica day would smell like. This one to me
Okay.
is a little closer to whiskey than this one is.
And that may be why
That's exactly it.
I'm
Yes,
liking
I think that this one has a touch more of that. It's more grainy. I was going to say like I'm finding bread in this one. I'm finding there's vanillas and whatnot.
This is just not complex at all.
Interesting.
It's very. It's okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, for me personally, I think that this is a rum that I would prefer if I was going to sit. Now, obviously, if I put a little bit, my main complaint with this one is it's a little hot.
Yeah.
I do feel like that extra 3% is doing something to it that is making it so that I am not discovering as many flavors as I want to.
Okay.
Whereas I do feel like this one has a touch more depth to it, even though you disagree.
again. We'll try
And
this again.
Yeah. Think about as you're sipping. Think about things like sweetbreads.
There's a little more grass in this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Touch. Well, let me get in there. Okay, we're looking for grass now.
Yeah.
And we're talking about in the
taste,
signature.
in the taste, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Touch more grass.
Yeah.
I think they're both very nice.
Yeah.
If I had my druthers, I think I would be sipping on this one.
There you
So
go.
I think that's where we're at with it. But we have to get to the most important part
Yes.
now, Paul.
Make it
We
in.
have to make this now into some daiquiris. So you have these are these
Yep.
guys right here. Do you have a number for this one
In terms of a sipper?
in terms of a sipper?
55.
55.
Yeah.
As far as the Appleton, the signature.
Estate, yeah.
55.
Yeah. For
And then
the
do you have for the other one?
Jamaican,
Yeah.
72.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I mean, not in the realm of. I mean that one old monk.
Right.
Right.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
That old monk from yesterday.
Yes.
Pretty good.
Yeah. That Monday rum.
The Monday rum was pretty darn
You
good.
got me
Yeah.
drinking on my sober day.
That's right. I forget that you don't drink. You're going to be watching this and not drinking.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Bonkers.
Yeah.
All right. Let's make our first daiquiri. We're going to make it out of the. We're gonna make it out of the special, the Appleton special.
We have to get Tammy here. We can do it. Kush, Paul, and Tammy drink rum.
I think. I mean, listen. I have turned a lot of those guys over. You've met a lot of those guys over at Mix.
Yeah.
They were not rum drinkers.
Really?
They were whiskey guys before they met me, and I've brought them over to the sugar side. Their favorite rum. What do you think their favorite rum is?
Caruba?
Plantation.
Really?
The original dark.
All right.
They love that one. First of all, $18.99 for a bottle or $17.99 for a bottle.
Good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And delish.
Delish. Yes.
So we put 3/4 of an ounce of some simple syrup. We put 3/4 of an ounce of some lime juice, and then we are going to make this into a DAC. I'll leave you a little bit of this. I over poured clearly, so you can have the rest of that one. All right.
Do you want to give your numbers on the sipper?
Yeah. So Appleton Estate, I'm sure I've given my number before.
It was not high.
It was not high.
No, you did not really actually like that rum all that much.
Yeah. Is that right?
You were not a big fan.
Appleton signature, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the. I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna go pretty close with both of them. I think probably for today, obviously, taste change. Today, the Appleton signature. 72, 71,
Okay.
71, 72?
Low 70s.
Low 70s. And I think for the Appleton, I'm going to give it just a straight 70.
Okay.
The Appleton special.
Oh, so they're close.
They're very close.
Okay.
In the end, I think I understand that this is a better rum. Or at least, I'm not going to say better. I understand that it is a historic rum that's fine, that we should find a place for.
The signature kind of reminds me of maybe a rum I'd get at a Chili's.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what? You probably would.
Right?
I think you might not be.
Yeah.
I don't think you're too far off.
Yeah.
I think you do.
And it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Listen, I have loved some Chili's cocktails.
Right?
So yeah.
Yeah.
I had a cocktail. My brother bartended for like 2 weeks at a place called Joe's Crab Shack, and he made a cocktail that had Pop Rocks on it.
Oh, God.
And listen, I loved it. I thought it was just fine. I thought that was a really nice little cocktail.
All right. What do you think of the color of this?
The color is incredibly clear. I wonder why that is, because there is some color to it. I mean, like, honestly, adding this color to a daiquiri should have made it a little darker, but it is, it's very clear.
Yes.
Huh.
Right.
Cheers, buddy. Oh, I love the smell of this.
I could drink this all day.
Yeah?
On a hot day.
Okay, let's see. Oh, okay.
Right? By a pool.
Yeah. This is a good daiquiri. Yeah, this is a good daiquiri. This is a, it's not too sweet, even a little bit. You know what I lose is the lime, which is kind of interesting. The lime just sort of like incorporates into the drink. Yeah, I'm a fan of this daiquiri. Boy, that is something else. Huh.
That's great.
Yeah. The fears that I had with it, when I was sipping it by itself, were that it was there's too much ethanol.
Yeah.
Too much ethanol. I was getting too much ethanol. The ethanol is gone at this point. Obviously, we're putting lime and sugar into it, but we're also sort of coming to a place where it's
For me,
the other flavors pop up. Yeah.
This is a mid-'80s daiquiri for me.
Mid-'80s.
Yeah.
Mid-'80s.
Yeah. Because I just think it's that really just smooth, drink all day if you wanted to have more than one kind of daiquiri. It's great.
Do you think we could improve on this daiquiri? Like, do you think that the proportions are right? I personally think that the proportions are right.
I do too.
I think 2 3/4 on this daiquiri is probably correct.
Correct. I agree.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
I don't know if we can. Well, listen, that's just them's the rules of the show.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think that you could improve. I don't think you can make more. I don't want more lime in it.
No.
I want the lime that we have in
want
it.
it sweeter.
You don't want it sweeter.
No.
2 3/4.
Great job.
Okay, I'm gonna put this here, and we're gonna make a second daiquiri. Not our fourth daiquiri. We're not making our fourth daiquiri right now in a row. I promise you, that is not what we're doing. Shooting 2 shows right in a row is fun.
Well, you guys at Mix, I've seen you guys drinking, so
Yeah.
this is just starter.
This is how we begin. Choo choo. Okay, let's get this out of here. Let's pour our stuff in here. We're looking for 3/4 ounce of some lime juice here. What we're doing here is we're making a drink out of Appleton's Much Later. At least a bottle that is much. I don't know how long Appleton Estate's signature has been around, but this is certainly a newer bottle.
Okay.
Has not been sitting around since the early '90s or mid '90s when this bottle came out. I wonder if we can see. I bet it says on here. No, I guess it's not like a book. Yeah, they don't date bottles of booze. What a bunch of jerks! Date your bottles of booze. I guess because they don't go bad. You don't need to. Yeah.
It's not vermouth.
It's not vermouth.
Even vermouth, they don't really put dates on, right?
They don't put dates on almost anything like that. Yeah, I like, my dad's a big book collector, so turns out I love also books and collecting books. So I love like leafing through to find when dates are, but not everything else has that.
Yeah.
Kind of a bummer. More dates, please. If I could make one suggestion to everybody make anything, more dates. Okay, 2 ounces of some Appleton Signature. There we go. Also, kind of a lighter affair.
But darker than the
other
Jamaican.
one. Yeah, for sure. We're going to run out of ice here. There we go. Pretty good. Give this a shake.
All right. Did you give a number for the daiquiri and on the Jamaican?
I didn't give a number for it yet. As far as a daiquiri goes, as far as a Jamaican rum daiquiri goes, I have to put it up against Smith and Cross,
right,
which I think is still the #1 daiquiri on the show. I'm going to put it low 80. I'm going to put it 80, 81, right around there. We are, oh gosh, what am I doing? You're going to need some too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as much. There you go. That's
You good?
perfect. That's perfect.
Okay, all right, perfect. Yeah, you don't.
You
got places to go.
I got places to go.
I don't have anywhere
You
to
can just
go.
stay. You don't have to drive.
That's right.
Salud.
I can walk home from the bar.
Exactly.
Cheers, buddy. I don't know, Paul. I don't know.
You like that?
I like this more. I like this more. I like it more. There's just something about this one. What do you think?
I get this weird kind of in the mid palate.
Okay, yeah, because I'm catching something there too. So if you could describe it to me, that'd be helpful.
It's that kind of like shoot of sweetness of in the mid palate that I'm not a big fan of. Where I just like the smoothness of the other one. It's like a shot of sweet that I'm not a big fan of.
Huh. Yeah.
Every time.
Wow. Yeah, I would. I'm not gonna say I'm calling this depth, but I am saying like for what Jamaican rum is, for a, let's say, an inexpensive Jamaican rum.
Good. But I maybe would back off the simple syrup to a half.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I think if you were gonna remake this, I do think that the other one was a better made daiquiri.
Yeah.
But gosh. I'm gonna go.
I'm almost getting a little bit of a headache, sweet from this.
Really?
Yeah.
Paul, you and I are very different people.
Right.
You and I are two different dudes.
But like they said, the maple syrup thing. I've talked about that. A little bit of maple syrup in a cocktail for me is enough.
Gosh, I should have. I made something last night, which would now have been 2 weeks ago for everybody watching this. I made that drink. That's a hoe for me. It had the butter,
yes,
the Don's mix, the Gardenia mix.
Yeah,
one of the greatest drinks of all time. I think you would have hated it. I think you would have thrown it out. I think I would have handed it to you. You would have said, "Oh, I had to use the restroom real quick," and you would have come back. Be like, "Oh, yummy in my tummy. It was so good. It's all gone with the ice. I ate all the ice while I was in there too."
It's all good. I mean, I'm getting too much sweet.
Okay.
Yeah,
this is okay. This is where I'm at with it right now, Paul. Okay. I feel like this one, the Appleton special, the daiquiri. After I've let it sit for a minute, it tastes to me cheap.
Okay.
It tastes like it is a cheap booze.
Yep.
It tastes too blended.
Okay.
It seems like and this is, this of course was happening.
Yeah.
If you could get it in the United States, people in the United States don't care about rum, or didn't at least when this was coming out. So you could blend it with different things. Like finding people get so excited that I found an old bottle of I don't know. Maker's Mark. I found not Maker's Mark. I found an old bottle of Old Overholt Rye.
Yeah.
Right. I found this old bottle of it from the 1950s. Do not drink liquor from the 1950s at all. Do not drink whiskey from the 1950s. They did not care about it. They care about it now. They didn't care about it then. They were adding grain alcohol to all of their whiskey. Wow. This to me seems like, while it's certainly dry.
Yep.
I feel like there is something else in here that I am not enjoying.
Wow. Okay.
Now that I'm letting it sit, I'm actually going to drop my daiquiri thing just a touch. Okay. I said it was a low 80s. I'm going to go mid 70s, 75 on this daiquiri.
I think it's amazing. It's just.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, listen. We're having our first fight, buddy.
And it could, again, this could just be because the mix of simple syrup.
Yep, absolutely. You're saying I have cheap simple syrup? No. Get out of my house.
Percent.
Get out of my bar.
The percent of simple syrup in this. If it was down to a half.
This tastes more legitimate to me. Okay. Tastes more like rum. But I feel like I dragged you into rum kicking and screaming. Yeah. I do feel like you happen to like that I taught classes. Yeah. And so I was like, well, I'm going to teach you about rum.
I have the blackstrap rum.
Yes. Yes. So I do.
I would have never bought blackstrap rum.
Yes. So I do feel like I brought you into this kicking and screaming. So this tastes a little less rummy to me than what the signature tastes like. So I'm gonna give this an 80. Right on the nose, and then a 75 for the other daiquiri.
But you've also got to remember, you were also with the Cuban style rums.
Yes.
That you were not, you liked them a lot.
Yeah.
But you were not over the moon
Correct.
about them.
Yes.
I thought they were the best things ever.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. Two different palates. I like rum that is somewhat offensive.
Yes.
I like offensive rum. I like my rum to absolutely look me in the eye and spit in it.
Right.
That's what I want my rum to do.
Politically incorrect.
Well, I want politically incorrect rum. Whatever I can do to get politically incorrect rum,
Right.
that's what I want. I find the Appleton signature has not necessarily more hogo, not necessarily more funk, but certainly more rotten fruits.
Well, it's interesting because you'd have to go back to when you reviewed it the first time.
Yeah.
And you were not.
We're gonna have to go back and watch that.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go back and watch that. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can't find it, and we're gonna link to it to see what I think. I'm now at this point, because of course tastes change, and every day we're tasting something different. Don't ever pretend like everybody. There's all those stories about wine experts that they taste $2 Chuck and they're like, oh God, this is the greatest wine of all time. We don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fun to do. It's fun to like sit and talk about it.
Yeah.
It's fun to disagree sometimes on different daiquiris. Personally, for me, I feel like this is from a bygone era, and it is not. I don't feel like it is rummy enough to be a great rum.
Okay.
But as a non-rum drinker yourself, not that you're a non-rum drinker, but as
more of a whiskey.
More of a whiskey guy. I feel like I could see why you would get deeper into this. Yeah. So yeah, an 80 on the daiquiri for the Appleton, maybe a 79 for the Appleton Signature, 75 for the Appleton Special. I don't want to say sorry that you shared this with me, but it's very nice. I know that you will never. I'm just going to hand it back to you because I know that I will never get to taste that again. So I just have to remember what was going on today.
I'm going to sneak it into a daiquiri on another evening, and we'll.
I love that.
Right.
I love that. That's why we do Battle Box.
Yeah.
I want to be. I feel like I don't think I've gotten anything wrong yet on Battle Box, but I'm waiting to get something wrong on Battle Box. I'm waiting to be shocked by something. This Appleton Special did not shock me. It tastes like old rum. All right. That's all we got.
And I may have one more rum to bring up to the bar that we will have to review.
You're a good man.
Yes.
You're a good man. Well, we will continue to find rums together, Paul. We will continue not only Kush and Paul drink rum, hopefully we will continue Kush and Paul get gout. That is what we want. We want Kush and Paul get gout. That is our next show. Pork rinds and bacon for everybody.
Or more friends get gout, so we get their liquor collection.
The more of our friends that we can give gout, the more liquor we get, apparently. Yeah. That's how that works. All right, guys.
And thanks to my friend Brian for...
Oh, yes. Brian, thank you very much. I hope you feel better, buddy. Sorry that you can't drink, but I do appreciate that you didn't just throw out your booze. You said it to a worthy cause. And if any of you guys have friends that are starting to fall ill or get gout and they don't know what to do with their booze, I'm starting up I have a P.O. box coming. We looked into it. There was some requests for a P.O. box. We're getting a P.O. box, so send me your booze. We will take it. That is it, guys. That is what we have. Cheers to you, buddy. That was we're 4 daiquiris in. We've done a number of testing. I will be back on Saturday at this point, where we will be doing. What do you think we're going to be doing, Paul?
Something with cocktails.
Cocktails, exactly. Yes. Golf cocktails. You a golfer?
I was for many years.
Okay.
But I'm not. I haven't played in a few years.
Well, you know the best part about golfing. Drinking outside.
That's good.
Absolutely.
There were a lot of beers.
There is
Balboa over here. Yes.
The only great part about golf is drinking outside. Yes. So we're gonna be doing some golf cocktails. I feel like it's a perfect time to do that. So that is that. Thank you guys so much. And as we always say, Paul can't hear any of the things that I'm doing here, but I just want to give Paul a. Oh, dang it, Paul! I tried so hard to give you what you wanted, but. Couldn't give it to you. Sorry, my thing goes down every once in a while.
Wow.
There it is. I gave you a
wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. And also a
goodbye.
Goodbye. Yes, all right.
Tiki 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 taka taka ta tiki tiki nueve raka raka ta.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Tiki 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 taka taka ta tiki tiki.
Goodbye, goodbye.